There is fast in the world, and then there is Formula One fast. It is the kind of speed that rewires your brain, crushes your chest into the seat, and turns global celebrities into a screaming passenger within a few seconds. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more interesting celebrity reaction videos. Lewis Hamilton versus the supermodel speed trap. When Lewis Hamilton invites any supermodel or celebrity into a performance car, you can expect glamour, confidence, and maybe a few laughs. Still, you don't expect anything like a complete psychological collapse. And that is exactly what happened when Hamilton took both Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid for a high-speed ride on the separate occasions. Their reactions proved that confidence disappears the moment real speed is introduced. Fear started almost instantly, with Kendall Jenner in the senior seat. Lewis barely leaned into the throttle before her posture changed entirely. Her hands locked onto a seat, her laughter turned nervous, and her eyes widened as she realized this was not a normal fast car experience. Every braking zone felt violent to her, and every corner came quicker than her brain could even process it. What truly broke her was not the speed itself, but it was the calmness of Lewis sitting in the driver's seat. He just kept speaking casually while driving smoothly and treated physics-defying maneuvers like a normal Sunday cruise. On the other hand, Gigi Hadid's moment added a twist because she shocked Lewis by insisting on driving first, and to his surprise, she didn't hold back at all. Her aggressive inputs briefly turned the tables while making even a 7-time world champion raise his guard during the ride. But once Lewis took over the steering, the entire illusion shattered as the car launched forward and Gigi screamed. The reality of F1 level control hit hard. Here were two supermodels and two fearless public personas, but both got humbled instantly by Hamilton's definition of normal driving. Usain Bolt learns speed has levels. We all know that Usain Bolt is the fastest human ever recorded, as he has Olympic gold medals, world records, and pure explosive acceleration. But when he climbed into a car with Lewis Hamilton, confidence was not in short supply. But that confidence only lasted about 5 seconds. The moment Lewis exited the pit lane and put his foot all the way down, Bolt's tone changed completely. This acceleration crushed him into the seat in a way that sprinting could never do. But the thing that rattled him the most was the corner of the ride, because watching the scenery blur sideways while Lewis casually adjusted steering inputs. This broke Bolt's understanding of speed entirely, and he realized that there are various levels of speed. Then came the psychological warfare, and Bolt instantly panicked as Lewis joked about traction control. He said he might turn it off, and Bolt started begging him not to touch anything. The fastest man alive on Earth was suddenly powerless and trapped in a machine that could out-accelerate anything he had ever known. When the lap ended, Bolt immediately stepped out of the car while laughing uncontrollably, and he repeated the same phrase Levy's was trying to kill him. It was completely hilarious, but it also revealed that human speed means nothing in a Formula One world. Tom Cruise proves he's not normal. Tom Cruise is a celebrity who does not experience fear the way most people do, because he is the one who performs his own stunts, hangs off aircraft, and rides motorcycles over the cliffs. His career has thrived on controlled dangers, so when he was introduced to Formula One machinery, expectations were quite high, and somehow, he still managed to exceed them all. Cruise climbed into the car and immediately started building pace after a brief technical rundown. Unlike most celebrities who reacted emotionally, Tom reacted analytically. Lap by lap, he trusted the brakes more. Engineers were watching him from the pit wall, and they grew visibly impressed as his confidence translated into real speed because he trusted the downforce. And above all things, he trusted himself. What made this moment so special was not panic or screaming, but it was the respect. The respect that he gained from professionals who realized that Cruise was not just surviving this like other celebrities, but he was actually learning it all together. By the end of the session, his lap times shocked several seasoned racers. He stepped out of the vehicle while grinning because he was clearly aware that he had just experienced something elite. There are very few people who could ever do this because he managed to master chaos at extreme speed. George Russell breaks Ed Sheeran.
How'd you do this at like 200 miles an hour?
Ed Sheeran says he loves Formula One because he watches the races and he understands the driver's skill. But understanding F1 and feeling it are two very different things. Famed driver George Russell made this distinction brutally clear to him. The ride of George and Ed Sheeran began quite smoothly, where Ed was relaxed, soaked in the novelty, and he was smiling. Then George decided to increase the pace, and the acceleration crushed the air from Ed's lungs. Braking zones arrived like sudden impacts, and they forced involuntary gasps. His entire posture collapsed inward as his body was trying to protect itself. The thing that made Ed brake mentally and emotionally was not the speed, but it was the deceleration. George pressed the brakes impossibly late because he trusted carbon brakes and downforce that Ed was not able to comprehend. Each stop felt like his organs were lagging behind his body. By the end of this session, Ed could barely speak, and he was only laughing nervously. He himself admitted that braking scared him more than speed or acceleration. George stepped out calm and smiling, while Ed stepped out completely shaken. This contrast said everything without any words. Daniel Ricciardo turns fun into fear. Daniel Ricciardo has the personality that disarms people because his laughter can make everything feel safe until the car moves. That is what made his high-speed ride so deceptive and entertaining for all the viewers. At first, the atmosphere was quite playful because jokes flowed easily and confidence felt natural. Then, Daniel started accelerating properly, but the transformation was instant. Laughter was quickly replaced with screams, and hands were locked onto the doors in fear. Cornered got blurred together as Ricciardo pushed harder while still smiling, still joking, and completely at ease like there was nothing special. The real terror came from the mismatch because Daniel treated extreme speed only as entertainment, while his passenger experienced it as survival. Each braking zone felt only like a near-miss death experience, and each corner felt impossible to go through. When it all ended, adrenaline was rushing through their bodies naturally, while fear dissolved into disbelief. The passengers were shaking but also laughing, and they immediately asked to go again. It is a perfect example of how Formula One speed terrifies at first and then hooks forever, because it is an experience that you can't get from anything else. If you are enjoying these videos so far, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more F1 tracing reaction videos.